There is something quietly extraordinary happening inside the minds of certain people. Not the wealthiest, not the luckiest. People who have faced real hardship, real loss, real struggle, and yet carry something most of us spend our entire lives searching for. Scientists noticed it too, and what they found changed the way we understand the human brain forever. For most of human history, gratitude was treated like a nicety, a polite gesture, something you said before dinner or wrote in a thank you card. But beneath that surface, something far more powerful was hiding, something biological, something ancient. And once you understand what gratitude actually does to a human being, you will never look at it the same way again.
Researchers studying emotional resilience kept running into the same pattern. People who had survived trauma, poverty, illness, grief, and still reported high levels of well-being all shared one consistent habit. It was not meditation. It was not wealth. It was not even strong relationships. It was a practiced, intentional awareness of what was still good. Not denial of pain, awareness of goodness alongside pain. That distinction matters more than most people realize.
The brain, it turns out, is wired with what scientists call a negativity bias. It scans for threats, it amplifies bad news, it holds on to painful memories longer than pleasant ones. This was useful for survival thousands of years ago, but in modern life, it means the average human mind spends more energy cataloging what is wrong than noticing what is right. Gratitude, researchers discovered, is one of the only known forces that can deliberately rewire that pattern. Brain imaging studies revealed something remarkable. When a person genuinely experiences gratitude, the brain activates regions tied to reward processing, moral reasoning, and interpersonal bonding all at once. It releases dopamine and serotonin simultaneously, which almost nothing else does with such consistency. The effect is not symbolic, it is measurable, it is neurological, it is real. But here is what makes this even more fascinating. The brain does not distinguish well between a memory of gratitude and the experience of it in the present moment. When you recall something you are truly thankful for, your brain chemistry shifts almost identically to when you experienced it the first time. This means gratitude is one of the rare emotional states a human being can consciously revisit and still receive the full biological benefit. You can literally return to your best moments and heal yourself. The physical effects extend even further. Studies tracking people who kept gratitude journals over several weeks documented reduced cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for chronic stress. Participants reported better sleep quality, lower blood pressure, and faster recovery from illness. Their immune markers improved, their inflammation decreased. For something so simple, the cascade of physical changes was difficult for even skeptical scientists to dismiss.
One cardiologist studying heart patients noticed that those who regularly expressed gratitude had measurably better heart rate variability, a key indicator of cardiovascular health. The patients who focused on what they were grateful for even during recovery healed faster and reported significantly less anxiety about their diagnosis. The body was responding to the mind, and the mind was responding to something as ancient and human as saying thank you. Anthropologists tracing the roots of gratitude found it embedded in every known human culture. No matter the continent, the language, or the era, rituals of thankfulness appeared consistently. Harvest ceremonies, songs of appreciation, offerings made before meals. Gratitude was not a modern self-help concept. It was one of the oldest social technologies humans ever developed. It bound communities together. It signaled safety, trust, and belonging. To express gratitude was to say,
I see what you have given. I am here with you. I will not take it for granted. In small-scale societies studied by anthropologists, the exchange of gratitude functioned almost like currency. It reinforced cooperation, reduced conflict, and encouraged people to keep contributing to one another. Societies that practiced gratitude rituals consistently showed stronger social cohesion. The feeling was never just personal, it was communal architecture, a way of building something that outlasted any single individual. Psychologists conducting long-term well-being studies found that people who regularly practiced gratitude reported higher levels of life satisfaction not just temporarily, but over years. What surprised researchers was that the circumstances of their lives had not significantly changed. Their income had not increased, their problems had not disappeared. What had changed was their relationship to their own experience. They had trained themselves to notice what was already there. This is the part most people miss. Gratitude does not require perfect conditions. It does not require that everything is fine. It thrives precisely in imperfect circumstances, because it is not about pretending things are better than they are. It is about widening the lens, seeing the whole picture, recognizing that even in a hard moment, there is usually something still standing, something still worth acknowledging. That act of recognition, practiced consistently, becomes a kind of inner strength that nothing external can easily take away. Children raised in environments where gratitude was modeled and expressed openly showed measurably higher levels of empathy, greater emotional regulation, and stronger academic engagement by adolescents. They were better at handling disappointment. They recovered more quickly from setbacks. They were more likely to help others without being asked. Researchers noted that they had not been shielded from difficulty. They had simply been given a way of processing it that left room for perspective. The lesson was not that gratitude makes life easier. It was that gratitude makes people stronger, more adaptable, more present. The children who learned early to look for what was good did not become naive, they became resilient. They learned to hold both the difficulty and the beauty of life at the same time, which turns out to be the most accurate way to experience being human. Here is the quiet truth that sits at the center of all of this. The people who seem most at peace are not the ones with the fewest problems. They are the ones who have learned to look for the good without waiting for the hard to go away first. They practice it the way a musician practices scales, not because every day sounds beautiful, but because the practice itself changes what they are capable of hearing. There is something inside you that already knows this. Some part of you that has felt it on an ordinary Tuesday when the light came through a window in a particular way, or when someone said something that reminded you how much you were cared for. That feeling was not accidental. It was your brain doing something it was designed to do. And the extraordinary thing is, you can choose to return to it. Not once, not when life is perfect, but every single day, in the middle of everything else, as a quiet, deliberate act of being fully alive.